Hey, after that last video I just did, which ended up being 20 minutes long when it shouldn't have been, on that bass. It's an awesome bass, not for sale. This has been annoying me since I got this guitar. Basically, I got this is the Kraken, and 30 seconds in, you're not allowed to swear 30 seconds in, yeah, so it's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1. It's Trump Orange. I don't want to get done for using that word. Yeah, so 2 pieces of ash. Got it specced out by a luthier in Montana in America. Had some say in it. This neck was a project one I think he's had for a while that has had errors which weren't up to his standards if he's going to sell a guitar for like $6,000 or whatever it is he sells them for. And it's like, I have found them. I found the errors. There's a couple of slight chips out of one of these frets, like the ebony board just next to these frets. You know, the sort of thing that it could easily happen if you'd done one gig with it, you'd never know. But yeah, so that's when you're at the top of the range stuff. It just basically makes it unsellable unless you want to strip it off, put another fingerboard on. You know, it's like, for that, which I wouldn't even have noticed it. I only noticed it because I was totally looking for it because he told me. So the neck was set. It's a Gibson scale. Well, it's a Fender length neck, but with a Gibson scale on it. That's how it's got 24 frets. But it's the same length as a Fender neck, but it's got 24 frets. So the bridge is in a different place. So the whole thing's a wee bit askew. And I asked me how I wanted it spec'd. I was like, whether I wanted a long horn or a short horn. Well, a long horn, obviously. So this is the only guitar with the long horn. Assuming more of these get made, or there are 4 of these in the world. None of them are in like this. Jen's bass, the J-Pax #1. This is a J-Pax MK01. It's branded on the inside. It's got my initials on it because it was made for me. Yeah, this is the man's version of the guitar. Whereas Jen's original one, the one with the ghosts on it, called Casper, was meant for a woman. It's got something to do with boobs. Whereas this one was like the man's one, and also the bass has the extended horn. The horns maybe only similar shape, not exactly. Actually, if you lay them on top of each other, they're a completely different shape, but a similar vibe. So the 4 that exist are one proper pro production model, which I expect as well. I went for a Seymour Duncan humbucker on the bridge and a P90 in the neck, a Scholler bridge, I seem to remember, and then like a sort of Les Pauli layout knobs. No, it's got a blade switch in it, so it's like a two knobs and a blade switch. But this one was basically done for helping the guy out doing it. It was kind of just wanted to give me a guitar, so I basically spec'd it and it was like, yeah, no fancy finishes, so just going to paint it satin black. And I said no, I don't really like satin black guitars. Can you paint it? He's not a big Trump fan. So I was like, but you paint it the same colour as Trump Orange, so that's what it actually is. It's not just it looks like that. That's what I asked for. And then asked for a Telecaster ashtray bridge spec, humbucker in the neck, and I wanted a tele control plate with the output jack on the front. So that's what I got. I supplied the pickups and the parts and the tuners. So it's basically just the electric, the wooden bits I got. And it's a Dimarzio Super Distortion from the 70s. This is a Bill Lawrence. I can't remember the letter of it, but I think it's a Blade pickup. It's a Blade pickup. It might be a humbucker. I'm not sure. Sounds like a single coil. Maybe a hum cancelling one, something like that. And this bridge, I think it actually is an old 70s Fender one, but it really lets the guitar down. I keep looking at it. It's been hanging on the wall, and I keep looking at it, and it just... It's got a sort of rustic look to it, but it kind of looks artificially aged somehow, so I've actually just spent a lot of money on a Telecaster bridge. What bridge do you buy for the ultimate one in the world, super custom made for your guitar? You buy a fancy one. So I found a place on eBay selling Gotoh ones, and I can't remember what the place is called. They're the same price as the normal. They're called Gotoh In Tune bridges, because it's basically a tele one, but it's got, like, the staggered saddles, the brass saddles, but it says In Tune on it. But the ones from this company, this eBay company, they've got the same bridge, but instead of saying In Tune, and it's kind of written in script writing, it says In Tune, and it kind of looks very, this one just says Gotoh on it. So I've bought that. I've also got one See, this one's got notches cutting it. So I figured you can get like a normal one. It was an extra £2 to get one that's actually flat here. It's kind of like, it's like a trimmed down one, so I paid the extra £2 just because it's a little bit different. I just think it'll make this guitar look like what it should look like, which is a one-off custom super lightweight turbo machine, rather than a bit, say you found it in a skip type thing, which this bridge just makes it look like. There's places where these things work, so I figured a fancy bridge, so about 47 quid, which I can't afford, but there you go. So I blew 47 quid not even buying another guitar. Yeah, I need to use this guitar more. I was really talking, I've been watching, it's like YouTube always sends you, it seems to have its own mind of what it's going to recommend that you watch, and for some reason it's been showing us, probably because I watched the first one, the sort of Chapton videos, you know, Lee Anderton's and Rob Chapman videos where they're doing blindfold tests and trying stuff out and just running through lots of guitars, basically entertain. Those are the videos I always liked that they did. I'm not super that interesting in hearing all about the guitars that much. I like them more talking about it and showing them off and look at that, rather than being, you know, just specs. But they were doing one, and it was the most. You had to choose. Rob Chapman was blindfolded, and he had to choose between, I think it was 8 guitars or something he had, and he had to choose the most expensive one, and the cheapest one was $3,000 or something like that, and the most expensive one was $10,000. So he's trying to play all these guitars. I was looking at them, and it was like, see, when you start getting up to those sort of prices, those are insane prices for guitars. I'm not even, you know, you're in custom shop one-off build territory there, rather than being, you know, okay, there was a Fender Strat in it, but it was a Fender Strat master built, all relics and, you know, all that stuff, rather than just being a standard model. And I was looking at it, and I was looking at one of them, I can't remember what it was $5,000 or something like that. It was like a sort of super Strat thing, iconic, is that, I mean, it didn't look super interesting. Like, look at the flame in that neck, and like, oh my god, and it's like, you're just like, that's got more flame. You can't really see it because ever in this video, but there's a video of this up close where you can see it's the most flamiest neck in the universe. So I'm sitting here thinking, this and the Corker, I kind of sit. I'd be interested to see how they did in that that video. You know what I mean? Because you're looking at guitars. I mean, once you start getting up to, you know, $10,000, it was a Les Paul. It was $10,000 for a guitar. Really, you're not going to play these things, and I'm sure they're very nice. You know, sell all your guitars and just have one. Once you've decided exactly what one guitar it is you want. See, I was actually talking to the guy I sold the 5-string bass to. And he was talking about getting like a custom bass built for him. I can't remember, somewhere in England somewhere. And it's like, so you're going to you're going to get the guitar but if you're getting a custom one built for you, you know what I mean? It's got to be the one that's going to do you the rest of your life. The ultimate. How do you choose what that is? You know, some people don't have a problem. You know, it's like pure, oh, what's your favourite guitars? Up here, oh, I like a 62 Strat, you know, with the rosewood fingerboard, a humbucker, and they're so set, and that's what they want. And you're like, right, I don't know what I want. I mean, here's what happens with that. You give me a chance of, you know, specking sort of. I could have got 3 single coils or 2 humbuckers or anything like that. You know, the actual. Well, I chose a couple of choices with the shape. And then just whatever hardware I wanted, or whatever order, whatever type. So I went for the Bucker and the Will Lawrence pickup, partly because I had those pickups, so I never felt I was using them properly. Also, there's something about the horrible colour. I love the cream and the silver. It's so disgusting. I love it. And these knobs I got from Pennsylvania. They were in a box of knobs. So I was like, oh my god, jobby brown knobs. Melody, the girl in the shop's like, what's wrong with you? Can I have these knobs? It's like, of course you can. What? What's a jobby? Like, jobby, oh shit. Or you like them because they're shit brown? Like, yeah. So I had them, and this is before I knew anything about this guitar. And then it was as soon as this guitar, I was like, I can use those jobby brown knobs. It works quite well as well because they're quite close together. You get the ones with the thin top on it, means you can actually get your finger between them. You know, if you put normal telly knobs on there, they'd be awfully close together. I've got a 5-way switch in there as well with my own wiring design in it, and a big horrible cream knob, which was actually on my Washburn A5, and as soon as I appeared, oh, that's getting kept, that's awful. Yeah, so it's an accumulation of bits, but I've decided to blow out and I'll just buy a bridge. You know, imagine one of those thousands of pounds guitars and they're sitting there going like, you know, I didn't spend 45 quid on a bridge. And like, you spend 45 quid on a bridge. And it was one of those things, a telly bridge is, I can't really imagine you getting one much better. I mean, it's like once you go to, you'll get one that's maybe slightly thicker metal, maybe weighs a bit more. What else are you going to do with it? It's just the most simple apparatus. I quite look forward to not having this edge piece on it. That's going to be interesting because I'm too used to tellies having that. You know, just not having that there would be pretty cool. Also, I've got a wee bit of modding to do in the corker. No idea how long it's been like this, but the output jack has the washers come off it, so I need to take it to bits and maybe a good excuse to see actually inside this thing. Maybe I'll do that as a video. Look at we've done that. So I mean, I just think both of these guitars they're both very different, but they are just another level, and it's not worth the money. I don't, you know, it depends what it is you like. You can argue that with a car as well. You know, thinking about it. I mean, I've driving about the Fiat Panda. It's fine. I like it. Fill up with guitars. But if you're, you know, every day on the way to work, you're driving for an hour and a half, or you spend most of your day in the car, and you're making a lot of money, then why not have a nicer car with comfier seats and a little bit faster and all these things? I mean, yeah, obviously you could still do it in the Panda, be fine. Nobody else would notice. You still got to work, but you know, there's a little bit of that with guitars. Once you get above a certain point, where suddenly, once you get giggable instruments, that's you kind of, well, it's a luxury item. You don't need it. But I mean, saying that, you know, what you having to eat tonight? Are you just having, you know, rice and vitamin pills because you could probably survive on that? You know, it's like, but it's quite nice to have some nice tasting food while you're there. Be interested to see if it makes a difference to the sound as well. Also, this desperately needs strings. This is getting elixirs next. Also, this one was sold as meant to be like a heavy metal machine, and it's like, see, because it's expensive, I'm using clean so you can hear the tone better. You got to hear swamp ash. Can you hear the ebony? But it's a weird guitar. It's like there's quite a lot of things that are strange about it. It's different. So is the corker. It's just one of the things I love about it. I mean, you might not. It's not like, you don't pick this up and go, oh, this is just the same as a telly. It totally isn't. It's definitely got telly aspects to it. The neck is very telly, apart from its Gibson scale and its good 24 frets, and the body is, there's a telliness to it. Obviously I selected this type of bridge and this type of pickup to make it a bit more telly-ish, but I mean, yeah. But I've grown to love this bit. There's something, I still quite fancy having a handle on it, but or that my mic attached, you know, it's like, so you can just have a mic and go, ha, yeah. But there's something reassuring, but you always know where the guitar is because it's touching your chest. It's good. I'm interested to see if the go-top bridge makes any difference to the sound, because the place that you're going to hear that difference most in any guitar is one like this, which is all, you know, super premium. You know, take a Squire one and then upgrade the bridge. You're less likely to notice the difference, especially seeing as this is an old fuck looking bridge. It's not a good one. It's basically the one I had that so I could play the guitar, but I was intending on getting another one, and I was just looking through them, and it's a bit, I'd maybe rather have one that didn't say anything on it, but what's the point in having a Goto if you don't tell anyone it's a go-to. The tone control was on there. Maybe kind of needs the tone control. This might be my favourite guitar. It's getting there. I've not played it enough. I need to put new strings on it. It needs elixirs. And I'll be honest, I don't think I was really aware of it, but I was never happy with this bridge. Fine, sticking it on a Buckycaster and sticking it on one of mine, you know, one of the beat up tellies like the CSL one or something like that. Yeah, totally for something like that, but not for a bespoke brand new guitar. You know, and it's like, but it's got old pickups. Yeah, because they don't make them anymore. Not because I had them. I know it's so hard to hunt them down. I mean, I've seen dimarzio Super Distortion. Well, I've not seen them sell, but I've seen them for sale for 250 quid for one, like that. I own 3 of them. No, 4 of them, technically, because that's a modern one. That's a Super Distortion 2. That's what they still make it, but these are the original 70s ones when that was the dimarzio. I don't think they were originally called Super Distortions. It was just a dimarzio. So back in the day when you bought a dimarzio pickup, it was that one, pretty much. Unless it was a P-bass pickup or a single coil, but it's the humbucker one. Let's listen to it. There's also a strange placement. Another thing that makes this guitar, it's a strange placement for this pickup. This pickup is very close to the bridge. That was my fault for drilling holes. I think that's alright. This one, like normally, where a neck pickup would be in a Strat would be after the 20. So the pickup would normally be here. So it's a whole pickup closer to the middle. So different. Is it better? We don't know. It doesn't. It's like, oh, I want one with a pickup in the normal position. I've got a guitar with a pickup in the normal position. So it's like it doesn't really does not compute. See, the thing is, I'm noticing the subtle differences in this. I mean, that just sounds glorious. With a wee bit of tone off and a wee bit of volume off. But there's definitely something inherent in the guitar. This guitar sounds like this guitar, regardless what pickup setting you've set up, and regardless of what sound you're using in the amp, it still sounds like this. There's still a definite signature. The same with the corker. Some guitars just have a thing that's always there, no matter what you do. It's there when it's unplugged. You know, this sounds like when it's unplugged, it's got the same inherent EQ curve or frequencies or tone or whatever you call it as it does when it's plugged in. So that, you know, these are just microphones. So it's like the whole idea about just putting, I've got my Squire Strat, put Seymour Duncans in it. There's more to it than that. You've got to. It does sound quite unusual, this one, though. Not bad, just unusual. Doesn't really sound like a Strat or sound like a Telly or a Les Paul, because it's not really any of them. Drop channel. I mean, how 70s is that? I need to stop that. I'm going to try and stop doing that. Like, oh, I can't remember what it is now. I need to do other licks. range. It's got a really thing to it. There's a control element which I noticed this would, I'd like to put it up. I did a rehearsal last night night before in the Sabbath band, running through some new songs we did. I'm going to take credit for it, even though I didn't really mean it. What a set! I didn't really have a set. It's like, what songs you want to put? I was like, I was using had the ebony, which was the C sharp. I played Snowblind. We played Snowblind, and then it's like a total Sabbath nerd's dream gig. You know, it's like, oh, they play any of the hits. They played Snowblind. What do you do? Snowblind, Wheels of Confusion, Killing Yourself to Live, Spiral Architects, The National Acrobat, Into the Void. I've missed out a couple. After Forever. And then ending with Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. You're like, what a set. I can't remember my point now, but yeah, what a set that was. No, but at one point it was describing it. I'm kind of getting a bit more used to using my effects pedals and stuff like that and getting the sound. And I really felt a lot of control in it. I don't really know what the word is. It's just that's what it is. It's like one of the skills on the bass, I think, is being in control is a thing, you know. And I feel that this guitar and the corker and some guitars, you've got an awful lot of. It's got that thing where it's like, oh, it sounded like that. Oh, you must have. That's because you played it like that. You know, whether you play it soft and how long it runs for, and you know, it's kind of. So I tend to leave big, gaps because the notes all end exactly when you tell them to, and it's just dead responsive. Possibly another word could be clean, but I don't mean clean sound. I just mean clean, efficient note vibration and work between them. I'm going to struggle not to sit and play this guitar all night, actually. In a way, I wish I'd got it in satin black, though, because then I would get J-Packs to paint it. I like it too much the way it is. It doesn't even have any finish on it. I should probably varnish it or lacquer it, but I kind of like its neutral, complete non-reflectiveness. I mean, look at how much the pickups and stuff are reflected. The body's just, nope, we're going to absorb all light. None shall be reflective back to you. But that neck is just insane. It's perfect for this guitar. Be so easy to put a neck like that on a fancy guitar, something like the corker, where you've got all the fancy different types of wood, and then you've got a neck like that. It's like, it's just too much. That's got a lovely mahogany neck. This one, quite a basic, plain, simple design. All premium shit, but it's making use of the shape, showing you this is the shape. Here you go. You know, the option was, I suppose, you could have painted it neon yellow or something like that, but I like it like this. But the neck on it's just ridiculous. As soon as you pick it up, it's just, geez, every time I look down to play a chord, it's like, because your eyes struggle to focus on it. It's kind of like, because it's so 3D. So I'm not going to complain about that. I mean, it does have a glow in the dark edge markers, which are just as well because you'll be getting distracted by the flame, so at least you can see them. Yeah, it's so controllable, this guitar. Might be something to do with the shape of it as well. It does fit ridiculously well. I mean, it's the idea of actually managing to make a guitar shape that isn't, oh, what's it like? Oh, it's like a telly. There's plenty of guitars that are like a telly. Or it's like a Strat with pointier bits. So it's like an Explorer. I don't really know what this is really like. There's a, I originally thought it looked a little bit like there's a Parker Fly, which is the closest thing I've seen to this. It doesn't really look like this when you actually look them next to each other. In fact, it's nothing like it, but it's the closest thing, having big square bits sticking out it. Which work for me totally. I also like the headstock, which matches the body. No, all in all, I do like a hand-built, custom-built guitar. I do like some cheapies as well. But if you could only have one, I'm going to take this rather than taking, you know, what, one that mere mortals can buy. All you need is money? Nah. I mean, you go up to even going through that Anderton's video with all the, you know, this 3 to 10 grand guitars. All right. Oh, how many of them? Oh, these are pure limited edition. There's only 100 made. Like, one. And even then, the 100. Oh, there's only 100 made, but there's 100 made in black, and there's 100 made. No. One. Okay, well, in this shape. It's a prototype. It's a tester. It'll be the only one that's swamp ash, because I can't think it's an absolute bastard to work with, and fuck you, not doing that again. Fuck off. I think that was pretty much. It was more in an American words, but that was pretty much the message I got. I don't fucking using swamp ash again. It's shite. So, for whatever reason that was. And it's also very high quality ebony. It's like, I always liked I've kind of always had an ebony neck guitar. Gibson's got an ebony fingerboard, but it's not this great. It's significantly lower down the ebony grading profile. Again, one of these things like what the Corker has as well. Yes, you can get a piece of walnut burl big enough to make a guitar. Probably not that hard to get. Probably not that expensive, not $100 or something like that. Yeah, you can get one. You want 20? Oh, you can't get 20. So, it has to be one-offs. Yeah, so there you go. There was my wee 5-minute video. When it did, what the hell am I going to put the title of this video for? I bought a new bridge for my guitar. I don't even have it. Coming next week. I'll need to play it through my my £1.82 distortion pedal that should be coming next week as well. See how that goes.